Welcome to an exile. Gather round, my children. Come hang with me. MAGA is divided, split like a pumpkin. After kicking it the day after Halloween. The big news that I see is, and I'll walk you through this. If you want wisdom, well, I don't know. I can't declare myself wisdom. Who calls himself wise? I mean, I'm a barely literate comic book artist. I'm Doug TenNapel, creator of Earthworm Jim, The Neverhood, 20 graphic novels. I'm just an animator, but let me make my case because it makes sense. Number one is unite or Biden. Now, it's not going to be time for unite yet, but I'm wide open. I love Trump. I love Ron DeSantis. In fact, I love anyone who runs against Biden. Some of you, not so much. This document, this is funny. I mean, I also find it funny when people make fun of Trump and DeSantis and conservatives, because we have to have a sense of humor about ourselves, okay? So Chip Roy, MAGA King MAGA, Chip Roy, I love him. I've never heard a guy say a word that I disagreed with. Maybe when he wouldn't support McCarthy. And I thought McCarthy could be good. And history has proven that McCarthy is very good, incredibly good. If you're still against him, I don't understand you, okay? Jim Jordan supported him. All these MAGA guys supported him. Matt Gaetz, Boebert didn't. Marjorie Taylor Greene and Trump did. So MAGA is divided. And now we're going to divide it a little more. Now, it's okay for MAGA to be spread all over, so long as in the general election, everyone comes together and votes the slobbering man out. By the way, my negative, I'm trying to be optimistic, but I think Biden's going to win. Ouch, right? Why is he going to win? Because I don't believe the right is going to unite. Thus, my warning. Tell me, if you're a hardcore Trump-only Trump supporter, tell me who else you'd be willing to support to prove that you'd unite. If you're a DeSantis-only guy and you're saying like Trump's a lunatic, he lost, blah, 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 I'd never vote for him, show me that you'd be willing to vote for Trump. And then maybe I'll get some hope that we're going to unite here. Here's Chip Roy. This is a killer. Ron DeSantis for President of the United States, says Chip Roy, King MAGA. The next President of the United States must be a vibrant and energetic leader with the faith, vision, and courage to chart a new course. America needs a leader who will truly defend her and empower the people against the destructive force of unrestrained government and corporate excess, profligate spending, and woke cultural indoctrination. That leader is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Now to sit back and let's watch the sparks fly. By the way, none of the sparks against this statement came from the left or Biden people. 100% of the sparks against this statement came from MAGA on the right. Chip Roy's Twitter just blew up. I went in and read it, and all the things that you can imagine were said, including, I love these guys. These are hard right guys, but like Cat Turd and all these guys are going like, Chip Roy just Katzingered himself. Killinger, I forgot the guy's name. The January 6th guy. I can't even say his name now. They're saying, you're a sellout. Chip Roy is a sellout rhino. Chip Roy is a Democrat. Chip Roy is Jeb 2.0. Suddenly, man, that turned quick. He went from like the golden boy to the most hated man on the right. How dare you support someone besides Trump? We will all only support Trump. I'm totally on board. I totally get Trump's strengths. The idea that Ron DeSantis is off the table is stupid. And everyone went down the list of Ron DeSantis. He has to wait his turn. Everyone who comes and gets mad at me, they'll go, oh yeah, I once voted for Obama. Yeah, I went for that guy. Yeah. Okay, let's get back to Chip Roy's statement, because he's reaping hell from MAGA right now. Governor DeSantis is a man of conviction, a man who puts his faith in God first as a dedicated husband and father. You notice he's saying things about DeSantis that makes him distinct from Trump, because Trump's on his third marriage and, Stormy Daniels and all that. He grew up a blue-collar kid who worked hard, got a great education, and used it immediately to serve his country. He loves America unapologetically, but loves freedom and the rule of law even more, with courage to fight for both. And then I'm just going to wrap up. Let's get down to the bottom here. America has been built upon and defined by the sacrifices of one generation for the next. When Republicans choose our 2024 presidential nominee, whom I intend to support against Joe Biden, that is either candidate, whoever, or any other Democrat candidate, I believe it's time for a new generation of leadership. It's time for younger but proven leadership to offer America 8 solid years of transformational change. It's time for Ron DeSantis as president of the United States. I know that drives my Trumpy people crazy. It does not drive me crazy because I'm good with either one. He said the young. Another thing he showed, Chip Roy posted on his Twitter, was Fauci and Trump on the same stage when they announced you know what. This is me speculating. Okay, I don't know this at all. But I think this is weird that Chip Roy has come out in advance before DeSantis has even mentioned it, and he's come out in support of him. I think they've had a discussion. I think I've already said that DeSantis is going to run. This is even more going to run, super going to run. If you go to Chip Roy's Twitter, all the way down, it's pro DeSantis. Same with Jenna Ellis. Pro DeSantis. These are two very close allies to Trump. Watch MAGA, watch what happens to MAGA as DeSantis gets in the ring. I'm going to be very interested to see how much of Trump DeSantis can pull off just with his announcement, which will probably be in the next 2 months, his official announcement. I want to see where Margie Taylor Greene goes. I want to see where Matt Gaetz goes. I want to see where Jim Jordan goes. Where does Rand Paul go? If they all flee Trump and go to DeSantis, that's going to tell you something, that they're recognizing that his movement is too small. I also think Chip Roy, maybe he's vying for a cabinet seat or vice president and sees what's coming down the pipe with DeSantis. I think he may also see, Trump's Stormy Daniels case, as bad as that case is, he appears to have done something with a porn star, Stormy Daniels. And there's a lot of right-wing Christian MAGA people that just go like, if there's an alternate that's also conservative, maybe I'll go for him. And I'm against Trump on 2 counts. One, that he blamed pro-lifers for the 2022 losses. He went after the pro-lifers, which I just say, And he's wrapped himself in a rainbow flag and had a big Mar-a-Lago event. And some of you are okay with that. I'm like, I could still easily vote for him, but just so you know, MAGA is divided and has been for a while. And this is a division with a division, because the Republican Party is divided, with about 2/3 being mainstream Republicans and only 1/3 being MAGA split off of that. And now you have the MAGA split being divided. So I think this is a sign that Trump is in a little trouble and DeSantis is doing a little better than I thought. However, my final statement on this is that most of the commentators on the right, including the never Trumpers, all say Trump right now is the presumptive candidate and DeSantis has to take it from him if he wants it. So they all assume, they're saying Trump's in a good position. So there. You guys can comment below. I love hearing from you. Thank you for watching. I'm Doug in Exile.